I thought we'd start out with breakfast, and I have chosen Nutritionally Nicole's carrot cake pancakes to be my breakfast today. First thing I'm gonna do is grind up some baby carrots, throw them into my food processor, done like that. I'm adding flour, adding sugar, then baking powder, a bit of cinnamon, so key, being carrot cake pancakes. Oh my god, I just put pepper. What the hell is wrong with me? Apparently I can't cook and film a YouTube video at the same time. I like pepper. This is cinnamon, right? Yeah. Okay, mix up the dry ingredients. Super simple. I like Nicole's recipes because she always just keeps it very simple and fresh and bright, and she makes food that you can tell like she really enjoys eating in her own life, and she's just like sharing it with you. So I really like that about her blog. Adding water. I'm only using boiling water because we're at the cottage, and I just have a kettle full of water. I don't know, whatever, just use water. Now we're mixing this all together. It smells very nice. Now she says to fold in the carrots. You will notice that I matched the carrots because I love orange. Orange is the color of happy. Folding, good, nice. Okay. What I also like about this recipe is that she tells you when the pancakes are ready to flip. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that the pancake is actually ready to flip when the bubbles on top pop and leave a dent. And then that is time to flip them. So if you do it too early, then you're gonna end up with these kind of like flaccid pancakes. Like no one wants that. So just be patient, okay? God. Heat a skillet. We have a skillet somewhere here. I don't know where it is. I don't feel like looking for it. I'm just gonna use a nonstick pan. I'm gonna use avocado oil. This is my vegetable oil of choice. Nicole and I have also had the pleasure of meeting in real life. We've actually met each other twice in real life, which is so cool. So we met at the Food Allergy Bloggers Conference then we also met at the Fair Contains Courage Summit that was later that year. And she's just awesome. Like, she's such a sweet person. Then proceed as normal with pancakes. You know the drill. So I'm gonna make a nice Earl Grey, and then I'm gonna sit down and watch Friends from College for the millionth time and eat my huge stack of pancakes. They look so good, they smell amazing. There's like a slight tinge of pepper. This morning I'm back in the kitchen with another allergy blogger recipe to profile. This time it's my Berkeley kitchen, or Shala as we know her, and her recipes are stunningly beautiful, so I'm very excited to make this Mexican rice bowl, which I'm actually making for breakfast, hence why I'm in my pajamas. And miraculously, even during quarantine, I have all of the ingredients ready. You can tell how long we've been in this by how long my hair is. I don't know why that didn't occur to me at all. It was starting to look a bit like a Little Shop of Horrors.
There's just tomato everywhere.
Now we're back at the stove, and I've added 1/3 cup of olive oil, and I'm adding the rice. And now what we're doing is just toasting the rice before we add all of our flavorings and before we bake it. Shala is an allergy mom, and I came to know her a few years ago actually through Instagram. And since then we've like made each other's recipes, and we've done allergy awareness week together and all kinds of other things. And I just think her recipes are so beautiful, and she always has kind of a unique spin on things. While I wait for the rice to toast, I'm going to chop up this clove of garlic, and I'm also going to prepare the avocado. And I don't have any lime, but I'm gonna use a lemon. Last night I knew I was going to be making this morning, so I poached my chicken ahead of time and I just left it in the fridge, and now I have the chicken broth and the pulled chicken, which I can just quickly add to the finished dish. I'm adding the garlic. Let's give it a little stir around. And a cup of the broth from my chicken, plus a cup of water because I didn't have enough chicken broth. Now I'm going to cover this, I'm going to put it in the oven, and I'm going to bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes. Because I'm using brown rice, I think I'm going to do 30 minutes because it usually takes a little bit longer. And then when it's done, we will just add our toppings, our cilantro, our black beans, our pulled chicken, our lemon, and it's going to be so delicious. I just took it out of the oven, and now the moment of truth where we open it up and see what it looks like. Well, that's obviously not what it's supposed to look like. All the tomato was supposed to be absorbed, and it's supposed to be fluffy and beautiful. It is me, not the recipe, okay? It is hard to film a YouTube video and cook at the same time. Oh crap. And man, I just totally messed it up. Okay. I'm going to fix it though. What I'm gonna do is just turn the heat up higher on the stove and cook the crap out of it. The recipe is really great if you follow it correctly. Let's try that again. There we go. That is what it's actually supposed to look like. Spectacular. I have some items prepared. I have black beans, cilantro, nicely washed. I have pulled chicken, and I also have avocado and lemon, and now I'm just going to put it in a bowl and plate it with these delicious flavorings on top, and then it's ready to eat. Apparently bowls from H&M don't stand the test of time, so anyways, it's leaking everywhere. Woo. That is really, really good. Today I am making Allergy Girl Eats Cauliflower Niçoise Salad. Combines two of my favorite things, which is roasted cauliflower and niçoise salad, which is just such a beautiful salad that has tons of proteins and different flavors in it. The first thing I'm going to do is preheat the oven and cut up the cauliflower. I don't need this whole head of cauliflower for this, I just need like a good section. So basically the correct way to cut cauliflower is to start from the bottom and to cut off the different florets. If you flip it over and cut it like this, you're gonna end up with cauliflower everywhere, and it's such a pain. Like a few good chunks of it. I chose this recipe from Courtney's blog because first of all, she's a very good friend of mine. We've been friends for, I don't know, 3-4 years at least. And I first connected with her when I had a work trip to Germany, and I had no idea what their relationship with food allergies was in Germany. I didn't know if I was gonna have a difficult time or not. And I reached out to her, and that's how we kind of connected. And then it turns out that she was actually from Toronto. So then when she came home, we ended up meeting in person, and we've just been really great friends ever since. And we have very similar tastes in food. So even though our allergies, some of them overlap, but some of them are different, I feel like we like a lot of the same things. And this salad is obviously a prime example of that. In the meantime, while the cauliflower is cooking, I'm going to prepare all the other ingredients for my salad. So in her recipe, she calls for mixing the tuna with the cauliflower, and I have a tuna packed in olive oil. This is my favorite kind of tuna. And then I'll just set that aside until the cauliflower is ready. I have an egg. Niçoise salad typically has boiled egg in it. However, if you have an egg allergy, you can just do without the egg. Not a big deal. I like a nice soft boiled egg. I do a 7-minute egg. I am actually pretty particular about the minutes of my egg. 7-minute egg. Another substitution that I'm making is that I couldn't actually find my favorite brand of olives right now, so I'm just going to use some capers instead. And although it's not exactly the same as an olive, it still has that nice briny flavor. I just took this out of the oven and you can see it is beautifully golden brown. Okay, then we add our toppings, so nestle the egg in there. Kind of fan that out here. And the salad is ready. All right, my salad is ready. That was super simple, easy, and I think a nice way to like bulk up a Niçoise salad so that it's more of a filling meal. And I'm gonna take a bite. Gotta get a little bit of caper and cauli and tuna on there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful salad. It's very nutritious. It's very Courtney, so I love it. Today I'm making Allergy-licious' granola recipe, granola bars. Nicole is an awesome baker and she just makes like the most beautiful desserts and baked goods, and oh my god, if I lived in her house I would have cavities all over the place. Alright, I've got my laptop prepared. I realize that you can't see it. Gluten-free Rice Krispies, in my opinion, far better than regular Rice Krispies. That's way too much, but fine. You know, this recipe is a bit of a cupboard clean out, because if you're like me and you have all these bags with just like the tiniest amount of seeds or coconut left in them, it actually is like cleaning out all my extra packages. So beautiful. I'm just gonna eyeball this. I was gonna say play it by ear. Play it by eye. This is a very awkward angle to stir a bowl on, but you know, at this point, I actually feel like you could also just eat this as cereal. Like this is just like a better, like a pumped up version of cereal. Okay, next step is we're going to melt the sun butter and the liquid sweetener, for which I have chosen to use maple syrup. Okay. Sweetener's going in. These little sun butter packets I am a huge fan of, because I kind of put, oh, I'm like trying to film a video and doing this and I completely messed it up. Okay, well, you're supposed to melt together the sun butter and the liquid sweetener, and instead I just put the maple syrup right into the dry ingredients. I'm so annoyed with myself right now. Alright, it's fine, it's fine. It's fine. Since I kind of put way too much of all of the dry ingredients in anyways, I can probably stand to put a bit more maple syrup, so I'm just gonna do that. Nicole's gonna watch this and be like, wow, you freak, can't even. It's fine. Totally fine. It's important that you mix the vanilla in with the wet ingredients so that it gets evenly distributed throughout the dry ingredients. Okay, in it goes. And then mix it up so that, basically so that everything is coated and it's all sticky. And we're gonna be pressing this into a baking dish. And finally, the last thing to add are chocolate chips. You don't want to add it while the mixture is too hot, or else they're all going to melt in there. If that's your thing, then go for it. But I'm going to let it cool down a little bit before I fold them in. Once again, I'm just going to throw it out there. You can also just eat this as cereal. Or, you know what would be really good? If you spread this out on a tray and baked it and let it get all crispy and then had that, oh my god. Basically, there are a lot of really delicious ways to enjoy this recipe. You can do bars, you can do it baked, you can have it as cereal. Like, I just think it's a great versatile recipe. So transfer all of it into the pan. Spread it out nicely. Make sure you press down firmly because you want it to form into nice bars. You don't want it to be falling apart as soon as you cut it. Just eating some galette while I wait for my granola bars to be ready. Quarantine life, you know? All right, this has spent about 10 to 15 minutes in the freezer. Oh, look at that. It's really holding its shape nicely. These granola bars look amazing, they smell amazing, and I can't wait to dig into them. Definitely a winner. I think we're really gonna enjoy this recipe. We have arrived at the final leg in this video, and I'm going to be making Millionaire Shortbread from the Allergy table. Her beautiful recipe using dried figs and lots of coconut. It looks so fabulous. And Linda sent me the recipe and she was like, oh, we should try this. And I thought, okay, cool, it looks good to me. This recipe calls for coconut flour. And honestly, I could swear that I had a full bag of coconut flour somewhere. I have no idea what happened to it. I feel like I can make my own coconut flour. So I have this desiccated coconut, which is dried, and I'm gonna blend it. And we'll see what happens. And when you're making your own flour, you always need more of the ingredient, because when you grind it down, like if you're grinding oats or coconut or whatever, when you grind it down, it condenses. It becomes same weight, but less volume. All right, I think we have a winner. Okay, we add the honey, coconut flour, and then coconut oil. So I feel like if I'm using hardened coconut fat, it's obviously not the same as coconut oil, but like it could do the job. Now about the coconut oil, I love this. Specifically, she says 55 grams coconut oil, not melted, but not hard, soft. To me, it looks like a Bounty bar, which is something that I like to make a lot. I've never had like an actual Bounty bar, but I make them, and people really like it. People really like the stuff that I make. It spreads really nice and easily. You don't have to wrestle with it. All right, now she says, keep this in the fridge until you are ready for the next layer. Next part of the recipe is to make the figgy stuff. I love dried figs. All right, then she says to whiz it up. I'm gonna do a scrape down and then resume my whizzing. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Whizzing means peeing here. Retrieve your crust. Then we spread the fig mixture on top. Okay. It kind of smells like Christmas. I feel like this would be great spread on toast, actually. That would be like a pretty awesome morning treat. The Allergy Table is a really awesome blog. I feel like she has a focus on sharing it from the angle of living with invisible disability. And a lot of people don't like to acknowledge or don't even know that food allergy is considered an invisible disability because it does inhibit your ability to do certain things. You know, it's a chronic illness. And she shares just so many great stories about her own life, and she also shares other people's stories. I think I'm gonna put this back in the fridge just to keep it all firm. All right, and then for the final step, we're just gonna melt some chocolate with coconut oil. She uses Nomo chocolate. I've never actually seen that in Canada before. I don't know if we have it here, maybe we do. But I'm gonna use Enjoy Life. That is my tried and true brand of chocolate. Now I'm just gonna put this over top. This is quite a decadent cookie recipe, wow. I can see why it's so popular over there. All right, I'm gonna throw it back in the fridge, let the chocolate on top cool, and then we're gonna cut it into little bars, and yeah. She says to use a big knife, so check. There we go. That looks amazing. Oh, it's so creamy, it's so beautiful. Well, this has been a pretty epic marathon of a video profiling 5 different allergy bloggers. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I think I just, want to celebrate the community and my peers in the community. And now you've seen them, and I hope that you go visit their blogs and find more amazing dishes you can make at home. And that's 5 of so many bloggers that are out there, so many allergy folks who have recipes to share and who create beautiful food that is so delicious and so varied and so interesting. And that was really the point of this video. And thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please do like it. And please comment as well and subscribe. And maybe this will become a series if you guys really love it. That's all. Bye.